What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got box 3 of the Fanhome Build Your Own Back to the Future DeLorean Time Machine. I believe it's issues 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I think they sent me 5 issues this time, which is a little weird. It's a huge box, as you can see here. So let's go ahead and get up top and get this thing open. Alright guys, it doesn't even fit in the camera. This freaking box this might be the biggest box I've gotten yet. It's absolutely massive. So let's see if we can look inside here. Get the paper out of the way. Oh boy, look at that. That looks like the frame. Yeah, I believe that's 5. Maybe because one of them is the frame, I don't know. Let's get all this out of here and get this box out of the way. All right, there's 7, 8, 9, 11, and I believe this is 10. So let's get these moved over here. All right, guys, here's 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Let's go ahead and get started.
If you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
Okay. Get a look in the magazine here. I forget on these Back to the Future ones, it gets right into the build. All right, this looks like our car parts this time. We got the steering rack, we got boots, screws, front plate, pull rod, pinion. Okay, and then we get into stuff about the movie here. All right, I believe this is stuff coming in the next issue. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, on step 1, we have part 7D, 7A, and an FM screw, and we're going to attach part 7A to 7D here using that FM screw. Okay, this is going to go over this direction. It's going to go right over the top of this. And it doesn't matter which way you have this, it's the same either direction, but this needs to go this direction. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on that, just like that. I can't remember which build I got this screwdriver in, but I kind of like it. Seems to work pretty well. All right, get that screwed down. There we go. It's all the way tight on there and it still moves around. All right, now we got part 7B and another FM screw, and we're going to put 7B on top of this, and we're going to secure it down with that other FM screw. Now, when you're looking at this, it's got a bend in it, and that bend's going to go up. We're going to put it over just like we did the other one and secure that in with the bend going up. All right, we're just going to get that screwed in all the way down so it's nice and tight. There, we got it nice and tight there, and as you can see, that still moves freely. All right, that's the end of step 2. Okay, now step 3 and 4, we have these two 7E parts, these rubber boots here, and we're going to put those over part 7D, and it's going to go all the way on to that little cup there, just like that. And we're going to do the same with this side. Just slide it on and over that little cup there. And that's all there is on steps 3 and 4. All right, and that's the end of the finished assembly of the steering rack and the end of pack 7. We also came with this piece right here, but we're not going to do anything with that at this time. Let's go ahead and move on to pack 8.
You're gonna see some serious shit.
All right, guys, here's pack 8, or issue 8. Go ahead and get a look inside here, what we're going to be doing on this one. This looks like that piece that we had in the other pack, I think. And then we have these anti-roll bar here, the right anti-roll bar base and left anti-roll bar base. And we're going to be putting that together just like this. All right, here's some more. Future Girl. Driving the Time Machine. Becoming Marty. Family Ties, that was a great show. All right, and this looks like the parts that's going to be in the next issue. Looks like we're going to have another tire and wheel. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, this is not the piece from the previous pack. This is 8A, and this is 8B, and we're going to be attaching that on with 2 AP screws. All right, this is going to be going this way around, and this piece is going to sit on top of this. There's 2 pegs here, and they're going to go down into those holes just like that. And then we're going to flip it over and screw it in from this side with this 2 AP screws. And this is plastic, so we don't need to put any oil on that. There's 1. And here goes 2. All right. And that's done there. It should look just like that. Okay, now we got 8C that we're going to put on this other side. And we're going to put that on with, you guessed it, 2 more AP screws. All right, again, we're going to flip that over. It's going to go in on this side, same way. Flip it over and screw that in from the bottom. There's 1, and here goes 2. All right, guys, and that's all done there. And that is the finished assembly of Pack 8. That's all we had to do on that. Let's go ahead and move on to Pack 9.
Jesus Christ, Doc, you disintegrated Einstein.
All right, guys, here's issue 9. Looks like we're going to be building this other wheel. We've done one of these once before. Just be putting it all together, screwing it together. More on the production of the movie. It looks like we're going to be using that frame in the next section here. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, we have our Eagle GT Goodyear here. We're going to put that over the rim. Just pop it on just like that. Goes on very easy. Now we've got our hubcap here, and that's going to go on this side. It only goes on one direction, but we need to get it fit into there. Turn it over this way, you can kind of look in and see the holes. But I think that lined up pretty good there. I set that down. We're going to screw that in with the 3 BP screws. There's 1. Here goes 2. And here goes 3. Now we're going to flip it over this side. We've got the, just like that. Just going to sit in there for now. Probably might fall out. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to sit it in there for now. And that's the finished tire and wheel. And that's all we got to do on this assembly. Okay, let's go ahead and get on to stage 10.
Generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity. 1.21 gigawatts!
All right, here on stage 10. So far, this is going very quickly. Not a lot to do on these stages. Get inside here. Here's the frame and a bunch of different screws and bolts. Looks like we're going to be attaching those wheel assemblies that we built before. And this piece here, these pieces are going to be going on. All right, looks like we got a little more to do in this issue. Nice. And when we get done, we should have this with a couple of tires on it. There's some more of the production diary. We got the original Marty McFly here. Looks like we got his stunt double. Biff's Boys. Like a lot of good reading in these magazines. And so like the engine support parts are going to be in the next issue. Let's go ahead and get started. Looks like we're getting yet another screwdriver in this this one here. All kinds of screws. And there's the frame we're looking for. Pretty big, all metal. Very nice. All right, looks like we have our front wheel hubs that we created in a previous pack. We have the left and the right. If you look underneath, they're marked. That one's a right. And this one has an L for left. Right inside there, right there. Okay, we're going to use the left one first. And it's going to go over on this side. And it's going to go underneath this piece here. And it's going to attach onto these 2 pegs right here. So we're going to put that in just like that. And we're going to screw that in with 2 BM screws. All right, first I'm going to put a little drop of oil on those. There's 1. And there's 2. A little bloop bloop. Let's use the screwdriver that came with it, see how good it is since it's a brand new one. We're going to put that back on top, just like that. And let's screw those in. Went in real nice and easy. Get the other one in. Okay, we're going to make sure those are nice and snug. There we go. Now we're going to go over to the other side, the right side, and we're going to put that one on the same way. First couple bloops of oil. Here's 1. There's 2. Get our piece on here. Get the other one on. A little bit more oil on that. There we go. Man, it goes in very nice on this. There's no resistance really. Nice and snug down. All right, guys, and it's gonna look just like that. Turn it over. This is that front plate that we had in the other issue. And we're gonna put that on top here, and we're gonna connect it down with 3 AM screws. That's gonna go right over these small holes. 1, 2, and 3. Right here, and then we're gonna screw those in. First, again, just a little bit of oil on those. All right, we got our 3 AM screws right here. We're gonna go ahead and get those screwed on. I'm gonna use a smaller head screwdriver that they gave us on that, and I think that might, oh yeah, that fits better. All right, let's get it started and screw that one down. Go ahead and go to the middle one here. Get that one in. And then number 3. Man, these go in so nice. It's nice and snug down. Don't have to go crazy with it, but make sure you get them nice and get them good and snug. There we go. Perfect. That's going to look just like that. All right, now we got our steering arm here. We're going to go ahead and put that underneath and put those 2 pieces up through those holes in the frame. And then they're going to go over these posts. This one, the middle one's going to go over this end post here. And then this one's going to go over that end post right there. It's going to look just like that. And we're going to screw those down with 2 GM screws. So I'm going to put a little bloop of oil on them. 1 and 2. All right, we got our 2 GM screws there. And we're going to go ahead and fasten those on. Go for this one first. Let's get that nice and snug down. And we're going to get this one. There we go. Okay, now we're going to flip this over and we're going to attach these supports together with 2 DM screws, 1 on each side. Yeah, I'm going to put a little oil on it. Get that one in there. Get the other one in. All right. Okay, those should be attached on just like that. Okay, with this still turned over, we're going to put assembly 8A, and we're going to put that right over the top of this frame, just like that. Should fit right in there. And then we're going to flip it back over, and we're going to screw this down from this side with these DM screws. I'm going to start right here on the front, and I'm going to put one in here. Let's see if I can do this without the oil. These feel like they go in pretty easy. Yeah, that ain't bad. Put a little oil on this one. We go in on this side. Yeah, it definitely goes way easier with the oil. Even though without the oil, it wasn't too bad. A little oil on this one. That's going to go in this hole right here beside this peg. Get that one in. Like that. And then this last one's going to go on the other side. Right here. Alright guys, and it's going to look just like that. There you go. It should turn like that. Alright, we're going to flip this back over and we have the anti-roll bar, part 8B. And that's going to go through these holes on each side here, here, and here. And then it's going to sit right on here and we're going to screw those into these holes on top of this. With 4 AP screws. All right, we got our 4 AP screws here. Let's go ahead and get those screwed in. Using a smaller screwdriver again. Yeah, it's better. Just line them up with the holes and screw them down. There's one. I won't put them in real tight right now. I'm just going to put them in and then I'll tighten them down so that everything lines up. 2. 3. All right, there's 4. And now I'll just go around and snug them up real quick. All right, guys. Now this thing's pretty much just aesthetic, so it's not holding anything. So you don't have to really screw these in tight, but just snug them down a little bit. It should look just like that. All right, guys. Now we have our 2 wheels that we have made here, and we're going to put those on the front. And just pop these hubs back out. There's one. And here's the new one that we just made. There it is. All right, so we need 2 of these GM screws, and we're just going to put a screw through the washer, I think. Yeah, through that plastic washer. And then we're going to put the wheel over the caliper or the brake hub here. And then we're going to screw that down with the GM screw. You know what, though, we're going to put a little oil on it because I can already tell that's going to be a tough go. There we go. Screw that in until it's snug. All right, and that's going to unfold like that. That still feels really loose, but I think it's as snug as it's going to get. All right, I got down a little bit and I got a little more snug. There we go. It is not as loose. Okay, I'm not going to put the hub in because I've heard you have to take these back off later. And I don't know how you would get that little hub out of there without being able to pop it out from the other side. So I'm just going to leave those off. Let's go ahead and get the other wheel put on though, just for now. I want to shout out to World of Wayne for that tip. Of course, if you're into this kind of modeling, I'm sure you know who Wayne is. Let's go ahead and get this other one on. A little oil on here. All right, now we got them both on. It'll look just like that. Awesome. There we go. Okay, guys, and that's going to do it for pack 10. Let's go ahead and move on to pack 11.
Go!
All right, here we go with issue 11 here. Get inside. And we're going to be putting these parts on here, engine supports and things like that. We're going to be going together. And we'll be connecting that onto the back of the car because, you know, this is a rear engine vehicle. And it should look like this when we're done. There's some more here on the production. That's got a lot on the original here before they switched out Marty's. And looks like these are going to be parts in our next box. The left rear axle. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, looks like we have the engine support here, 11A, and then we have 2 11Gs, and then 2 DM screws. All right, the 11Gs are going to go over this peg here on the inside of 11A, one on each side. And we're going to secure those down with the DM screws. We're going to put a little oil on that. Just going to bloop it on this time, a little bloop bloop. There's 1. There's 2. All right, got that one. Get this other one on. All right, and that's the end of stage 1 there, step 1. All right, now we have 2 11Fs and 2 HM screws, and we're going to be attaching those onto the part we just put on. And that's going to go this way with the one side is rounded down like that, and that's going to face downwards. We're going to slide that in, and we're going to put a screw through that. And since that's going through metal, we will put a little oil on it. Just like that. Get that screw going through it. That's going to screw all the way through both sides. All right, just like that. Now we're going to do the one on the other side. Again, a little oil. There we are, all the way through, nice and snug. And we got those 2 just like that. All right, now we have 11C and 2 DM screws, and we're going to attach this one on this right side here. Going to sit on just like that, and we're going to screw that in with the 2 DM screws. First, bloop of oil. There's 1. And there's 2. Okay, and that should look just like that. All right, now we're going to put the one on the other side. All right, this one's 11B, and we're going to attach that with 2 DM screws. 2 more drops of oil. And let's get this on. Here's 1. Okay, there's 2. And now we got 2 of them on, just like that. Now we have 11E and 11D. And they're only going to go on one side. They're shaped the same shape as this. And they're going to go in as the covers here. And then this one will go on this side like this. And we're going to screw those in with 2 DM screws. Okay, there's one of them. There we go. All right, and there's the other one. And that is steps 3 and 4 done. All right, now with the frame turned upside down here, we're going to take this part with these facing towards the front of the car, just like that. And they're going to go right into these grooves here. There's a spot for this peg to go into the hole, and that'll line it up for the screws. There's one. There's both of them like that. All right, then we're going to have to flip it over and screw this in on both sides with DM screws. All right, and we're going to put oil on those screws again, just like before. And there's one in, and we're going to do 3 more. All right, that's all 4 of them in, and it should look just like this. Okay, guys, that is the end of assembly 7 and the end of box 3 for the Fanhome DeLorean time machine. Let's get back to the main camera. All right, guys, we are all done with box 3 of the Fanhome Build Your Own Back to the Future time machine. Yeah, we've got the whole frame here. Look at that bad boy. Holy smokes. This thing's going to be cool. It's going to be heavy. We've got the motor mount put in here in the back. We've got our wheel assemblies. We've got our steering assembly in. We've got our wheels on that fold down. How cool is that? Pop them back up. They turn. It steers. Yeah, this thing's going to be pretty awesome, man. I'm loving this build so far. These screws all went in really nice and easy. I can say that for sure on this. And yeah, I can't wait to keep on building it. Let me know what you think of the time machine build thus far. Are you also building this, or have you built it? Let me know down in the comment section down below. I'll also leave a link down in the comment section below for this if you are interested in building it. And if you also like these kind of big scale models, let me know by hitting that thumbs up button, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. I'm Chewysoloand this is Black and Red. See ya.
You're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?